struggling. Holly said all good. All right, so we're gonna rock and roll. We got 10 people here. We got one person, Rose, on Zoom. So maybe fit challenge recap. So finished up on Wednesday. What was you ran 10K, 5K? What'd you do?
The first 5K I ran with a stroller, which I've never done a 5K with a running stroller. And then the second one I ran on my at a trail in Alabama. So 5K runs for me.
Yeah, I did a 5K row, which I haven't done in probably 2 or 3 years, and I PR'd by 29 seconds, which I was pretty happy
lifetime
with.
PR?
No, just
you
PR
did better
from the first week. Yeah, so I went sub 19, 18:59, which I don't know if that's good anymore, but I was pretty excited about it. A couple other things, the intent of the Maybe Fit Challenge, we've had a lot of great feedback from that. We got people off Zoom, got people out in their neighborhoods and their communities, doing things and challenges they otherwise wouldn't have done. The 4-mile ruck carry was something
that was my favorite.
That was hands down my favorite. It was a Sunday afternoon. It was raining a little bit. Just went out on the Monon Trail and hit it. I think I threw 45 pounds in a backpack, and it was a blast.
Anyone else do that ruck challenge? Let us know. Just give me a little hand wave.
Yeah, the hill sprints I missed. I was bummed about that one, but I heard that one was a lot of fun for people. And then the 150 burpee workout was actually a lot more challenging than I expected. But we've had lots of great stories, lots of great engagement on social media, on Instagram and Facebook with those challenges. Winners are going to be announced. In fact, I think the winners have already received emails about them winning, and I don't want to go too far in detail of that right now. What did Lauren Hagelar say here? It was basically, sorry, I'm
carrying the kids around Disney.
That's true. It was. Although I haven't been to Disney with kids yet, but I do plan on that one of these days, and it'll be a good workout for that. But yes, the winners are going to be announced. I think they're being notified today, if I'm correct on that. I think Anna is going to be notifying all the winners on that, so we're excited. And in the future, look forward to those challenges kind of popping up from time to time, at different points of the season. So we're excited that we found something new during quarantine that we can use in the future to help all of us stay committed to fitness and nutrition and mindfulness from that standpoint. Other things that happened last week. So we had WRTV come in and do a story on us. One of our members, Paul Chiodo, reached out to us, works there, and they did a phenomenal piece. Anna and Johnny crushed it. Really thoroughly enjoyed watching them on the camera and us being able to tell a little bit of our story of NapTown Fitness through quarantine, as well as what it's going to look like coming out of quarantine. So that was a lot of fun. If you haven't seen it yet, we're going to share it. It's been shared on NapTown Fitness Facebook page, but we're also going to share it on some of our personal pages as well as on a members only page. So in using that kind of as our messaging and as our marketing moving forward, that, the one cool thing that we have at NapTown is the ability to control our environment. We can do so better with our group classes and our stations that we're going to have during this reopening phase, coming out of quarantine and in future, whether we have to shut down or future pandemics, we'll have a really, really, really good game plan to do so. So we're excited for that.
Hopefully there's not future pandemics.
No, I mean, I'm not wishing future pandemics on anyone, but you never know. Got to be prepared. So week 11 offerings. So what's coming up this week? You want to talk a little bit about tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow we have Memorial Day. Hopefully we still remember that's Memorial Day. Usually we do Murph, which is a 1 mile run, 100 push-ups, 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, and 300 sit-ups. All confused. We're varying the options tomorrow, so that's why I'm confused.
So what did you say it was normally?
I said
100 pull-ups,
100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 air squats.
Yes.
Tomorrow you can mix and match some things, and we'll have some options that we are actually giving you. So if you get the email nightly, or if you go to our website, you'll be able to see those options, because most people won't have pull-ups. So we can sub in some sit-ups in there, or if you have something to pull, you could do some rows of some sort. So again, those will be guided classes tomorrow, 6 a.m., noon, and 5 o'clock. And they will be 75-minute long classes. So if you have the opportunity to stay on, even if you finish the workout, and encourage some people around you, please do so. It's always helpful to work out with others. Obviously, we're still under stay-at-home orders, but if you decide to do it with somebody else out in public, We would encourage you guys to stay 6 feet apart and do all the things that the CDC is continuing to recommend. But we definitely understand if you guys feel the need to do a workout like that out in public. We just can't still, where our hands are tied, that we can't promote that, unfortunately. So if you guys get together, push each other a little bit, hang in there. 1 mile run, 100 something if you don't have pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 air squats. You could partition that in the middle, and then you have another 1 mile run.
See, I believe Murph is non-partition, but that's just my personal opinion.
There's various ways.
I feel like you have to do the 100, the 200, 300 all together in order for it to be done successfully.
But scale appropriately. That's going to be the biggest thing, right? Most of us have not been in a full fluid workout routine, although we've been keeping up with it. And it's just going to be important, especially if you have access to a pull-up bar. Please don't go out and do 100 pull-ups tomorrow, especially in unpartitioned. Like, you still have to be smart about your body. You have to know where you're at. Serious injuries can happen if you just went and did that. If you haven't done the 200 push-ups in a long time, scale those. Again, just be smart. That's what we're asking you. You have to know your own body. You have to know where you're at, and you have to know what you've been doing recently. Sorry about the lawnmower in the background as well.
Also with that, we are looking to, hopefully, as things kind of loosen up and guidelines start loosening up a little bit and we start reopening the economy, doing a Murph on site come July 4th-ish, around that time, whether it be July 4th or around that holiday, being able to get the whole community together and doing this workout together as a group, which is one of the things we look forward to every single year, is being able to do this work, just everyone come together and just work out on a pull-up rig and get this workout done. So look for that in the future. So just FYI in that front. So we sent a reopening procedures link to everyone. It should be on the newsletter moving forward, just to kind of give people an idea of what it's going to look like as we reopen the facilities. And this is specifically for 916, 922, and Monon from the fitness class perspective. I know Practice Indie Yoga, Shannon and Brittany are going to be coming out with their own specific guidelines, as well as reopening procedures. I believe beginning June 1st, so there's going to be 1 class a day that's on site, and it's going to range between, I think, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Tuesday, Thursday for Practice Indie Yoga. So be on the lookout for that, a more specific outline for Practice Indie Yoga. But from a fitness perspective, we are going to be asking every single person to pre-register for classes via Pike 13. I know Anna and Johnny went into detail with this last week as we kind of released this, but we just want to hit a couple different points, making sure that you do pre-register for classes, and if you pre-register, you do show up for those classes. That's one of our biggest concerns, is that people go on and pre-register for a bunch of classes and then don't show up, and then those spots are filled, and then we're not maximizing the output we can of how many people in each space. And right now we have 16 people at 922 and 10 at 916 and 10 at Monon. So we're working on, thank you, Johnny, for adding that link there in the
on Facebook. There's
on the chat. So we'll give everyone 1 free pass, because we know things happen. So if you do register for a class and do a no-show, we'll give you guys 1 free pass on that. But we are going to have to charge $10 as an accountability tool for anyone who registers for a class and then no-shows after your first one. And that's just for us to make sure, again, that we're keeping everyone accountable to showing up to classes. With that, we're also asking that you only register for 1 in-person class a day. So I know some of us enjoy 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, who knows? So, having you register for the morning Swift class and then a noon CrossFit class and then an evening yoga class in 1 day isn't going to allow everyone else to be able to maximize the in-person classes. And just so you know, we do plan on changing this week by week as we figure out what more guidelines are, what some regulations and restrictions are going to be. So every single week, we're hoping to, alter the schedule and maximize how many people we can get into our doors. Right now, our ultimate goal is just that, is getting people in the doors. And so we can get back to some normalcy within NapTown Fitness and all the programs that we offer. So we just wanted to share that. And as I mentioned, Johnny has posted the reopening procedures, which includes the ClickPath, a video showing you how to register for classes. And also has the video of what exactly our procedures are going to be looking like when you do enter the gym. And there's about 13 procedures that are very in-depth there that we want you guys to be aware of. So please watch the video. It's 1 minute 10 long, so it's not going to take any time to really watch it and kind of learn from that perspective.
We do hope, and as Jared said, to continue these type of videos, at least for the first couple of weeks when we do get back open, because we do expect, just like when we closed down, there was a lot of changes in a hurry. We expect there to be a lot of changes in a hurry when we open back up. Most important thing is going to be adhering to those CDC guidelines. So we might encourage you to wear a mask, but we can't legally require that. We will require our staff to do that. And just a lot of things that are just, as we all know, like they're just so unknown. So feel free to always reach out to us if we're missing something, but we are reading and watching as much of the news and the sites that we trust as much as possible out there. Equipment return is going to be happening. Again, fingers crossed, and stay tuned, but look for that next weekend. If things go well and we hear, rumor is that we're supposed to hear from the mayor in the middle of the week this week sometime. And the governor has been giving those weekly updates. So it possibly couldn't be till Thursday or Friday that we actually hear from them. But that's to be determined. So as soon as we hear, we will plan some decent equipment return opportunities. And if you have a unique situation, you just can't make it in, we'll just ask that you reach out to us. If you plan to continue to do at-home workouts, we'll find a medium there, what we can do for you if you don't feel comfortable making it into the gym yet. So again, more specific written guidelines coming soon on all of that and how that's actually going to work.
And to that exact point on, staying home for those who don't feel comfortable coming into the space yet, or maybe you're a healthcare worker and you don't feel comfortable coming in and potentially, exposing other people. And Russ just mentioned this, okay, one class a day, LOL. We still have virtual options. We're going to still have virtual options as we go through. So there's going to be a morning virtual fitness option. There's going to be an afternoon virtual fitness option. There's going to be an evening virtual fitness option. I believe we're actually keeping the accessory programs in the evening as well. So there are going to be lots of options for you to still get your fitness in outside of just being
and yoga. Yoga's going to have a lot of virtual classes.
Outside of being in a physical space. So we are doing our best as much as we possibly can with the staff that we have and the bandwidth we have to give as much as we can to all of our members. Moving on from the equipment return, so some of the other items to go forward. We have a lot. I don't want to share them with you guys because we want you guys to be surprised, but we have a lot of cool updates at all the spaces. And some of that is from a physical standpoint. Some of that is from a design standpoint. We're just really pumped. We took a lot of time with staff members to update the facilities and clean things up for you guys. So when you walk in, you feel like you're walking into a brand new place, and we're excited for that. A couple other cool things coming up this week. We're interviewing for the brand services director, which is going to be a marketing position for all of NapTown that we've been looking to hire for probably over 2 years now. And we feel very comfortable in a place to bring this person on into a leadership role here with our team. We had 111 plus applicants for this job. So it has been challenging. Holly, Frazel, I always get that.
I'm not sure, Holly. Actually, I've never asked you how to say your last name.
Is it a long I or short I or short A? Sorry. Has done a phenomenal job with this. We have some amazing candidates this week that we're going to be interviewing and sitting down with, and we're so excited for that and so excited for the future from that perspective and what that's going to do for NapTown as a whole and what that's going to do for the community of Indianapolis as a whole. So stay tuned for more information on that, but we're really, really, really excited on that. Next piece, some vulnerability words to the community. And I'll start this off, but then I'll let Peter kind of jump in. What's up?
I'm just laughing.
Always laughing. So I personally haven't really sounded off on my feelings of the current situation. But I just wanted to make it known to our membership and to you all who are watching this that, as a business owner, and I don't want to speak for Peter on this, but as a business owner, we've certainly been frustrated of how this whole situation's been handled. I don't fault any federal, state, or city leaders because I wouldn't want to be in their position to make these decisions as well. But in my personal opinion, for a liquor store to be deemed essential and for a fitness wellness space to not be essential just is ass backwards thinking in my personal opinion. But that's our nation as a whole, our world as a whole, and how we prioritize our health, wellness, fitness, nutrition, mindfulness. And hopefully we can be a part of changing that in the future. And that's really what I'm excited about. That's really the message I want to give is we're very optimistic of changing the way people approach their own personal health and prioritizing that for the future as well. And then making that spread to their close circles moving forward. So we can only control what we can control. And, one of the things that we're very aware of is we cannot do anything until the city and the mayor and the Board of Health give us the go ahead. And as right now, the date has been said to be June 1st. We'll see. Hopefully, again, as Peter mentioned, there's a press conference next week. And we hear more and we have a little bit more specific guidelines on that. But just so everyone else is aware, we cannot, as a business, run or back outdoor workouts or park workouts or workouts in a parking lot. We cannot physically sponsor a workout as NapTown until we get 100% approval from the city. From a legal standpoint, that puts us in a really weird place if we were to do so. And we've already got confirmation from our insurance that we would not be held, we would not be covered if we were to sponsor a workout or have a workout with the NapTown coach there. If something were to happen, if the disease COVID were to be spread within that significant event, we would be in a really, really bad place and potentially destroy the business. So we're just following the guidelines that we can follow right now, and we're just waiting until we can open up. And it's very frustrating that you can go to a neighboring county and they're fine and good to go and they can open. And it's very frustrating to see things on social media of other businesses in Marion County that aren't following those guidelines. But we can only focus on our four walls. We can only focus on what we're supposed to be doing and what we're allowed to be doing. So that's kind of my piece on that. And I'll let Peter share anything if he wants to add in.
Neighbors are saying hi to you, not hi to us. Yeah, that's the biggest thing is we've thought about it. We thought about opening early. We thought about doing park workouts. We thought about doing Murph together. We talked about it in depth, and it just boils down to what is our responsibility, and then legally, what are we allowed to do? And to reiterate what Jared said, like insurance and coverage is just the big thing, and that's really what it boiled down to. Is we wouldn't have some of the things that you're supposed to have as a business legally in our repertoire, if you will, because we can't break the law. So it's really difficult. It really is. I was talking to some gyms all over the world recently, in Santiago, Chile, and Alaska, and Maine, and everyone is so drastically different. Alabama, everyone's so drastically different. It's just insane and infuriating to feel handcuffed like we are in this situation.
So we'll leave it at that. I have a lot more to say on that topic, but maybe for another day, we'll put it out there. If you have questions, please let us know, chime in, let us know if there's anything that you need answered. We're always here. We're always available. Jared@CrossFitNaptown.com, email address, Peter@CrossFitNaptown.com, info@NaptownFitness.com. Any one of those will get right to us, so please reach out. A couple reminders, we will continue the Saturday Hero workouts at 11 a.m. So that is going to remain on Zoom. So I'll continue to post those on the members only page here on Facebook if you're interested in joining. And last but not least, if you need someone to talk to, we're here for you. Let us know what we can do better for you, and let us know if you have questions. So we'll go ahead.
I would just close out again. Please keep your eyes and ears open for any governor announcements or mayor announcements this week, because that's what we're going to be listening to. And then give us about 24 hours to kind of put together a response from any of those, and stay tuned. I mean, right now things are looking like we should be opening next Monday. We have all of our plans in place, and as soon as we hear that, again, give us 24 hours. We'll officially start releasing probably another video, an email for sure, some links to Pike 13 so you can start registering for those classes. And again, we'll be here to answer questions as fast as we can. But once you hear something from the mayor, expect about 24 hours from us before you hear kind of what our next steps will be. So if you have any questions now, as always, we'll stay on for the next 2.5 minutes of awkward silence. Feel free to type in those questions, and we'll make sure we answer you guys before we close out here.
I did want to put the, where did it go? I'm going to add the article or the news coverage that we had yesterday to this as well, just so everyone can see it. It's pretty awesome stuff from Anna and Johnny. We knew better not to put me on there because said some mean
One
things.
thing we should say is right now we are still looking at doing our kids camps. According to guidelines, again, it looks like kids camps are allowed to be open with social distancing guidelines. And I know Hillary's been working really, really hard to provide some kids opportunities. So we'll have our at-home stuff for sure. And then we are looking to actually do some in-person kids camps in mid-June here. And we'll have some more spots opening up as people decide if they do or do not feel comfortable with allowing their kids to go to an on-site class. We totally get it. But we want to offer that if we can. The question was asked, how early will we be able to sign up for a class ahead of time? I think we're going to have it open as early as 7 days ahead of time. Again, that will be officially told and laid out once we get our mayor guidelines. But I think we're aiming at 7 days ahead of time because we understand everyone's life is busy. But the biggest ask, if you do sign up ahead of time 7 days, which we encourage, is that you also cancel if life changes quickly. 48 hours, 20, I mean, as much time as possible to cancel and reschedule a class. And that's why we're limiting to one class a day to start, so we can let people just get into a routine and start to figure it out. And we expect by July 4th, we should be able to open that up more formally or more freely.
Yeah, and Johnny we'll follow up on a more clear answer on that one as well. I know Johnny and Anna have been working on some of those procedures, but I think the conversation thus far has been we're going to release the class schedule every Sunday, and then that's at that moment on Sunday you can sign up for 7 days in advance for classes. But again, following some of those guidelines of only one class per day. So that's currently where we're at with that structure, but we'll follow up with more specific procedures on that.
Any other questions?